Hi, hello, we're doing it again.
We
Playing
are.
some Mario Kart.
Are we?
You already heard his voice. Oh, if we're not playing Mario Kart, we gotta, yeah. Some mistakes were made. But yeah, you already heard his voice. Joining me as he has the last 2 weeks is Scott. How you doing today, Scott?
I'm pretty good. Pretty sore, but pretty good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. Can't complain. It's been very warm here, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but the degree to which it's been very warm has kind of been a bad thing. It's just unreasonably, it was like 30 degrees yesterday. Not a big fan. But we are here to sit inside and play some video games. The best thing to do when it's too warm to go outside.
Do you need aircon?
Air conditioning is not a very common thing here in the Netherlands.
Yes.
But I have a pretty modern apartment, so I have like floor cooling.
Ooh.
And really good insulation. So like it's like 29 degrees outside right now, but realistically it's maybe like 22 in here.
Yep.
And that's fine. And sometimes I do have a fan on, but obviously not right now because that makes for a bad audio experience.
I'll just quickly mention something. A good audio microphone experience. Switch to.
Have you tried the inbuilt mics for game chat?
I have. It's I've also done some other tests with a certain piece of game software, and it really is quite good.
Nice.
It cuts out a lot of the background noise.
Glad to hear it. That's like one of the things I was concerned about when we were talking about it on N-Focus is like, okay, well, game chat, like, it kind of has to have, like, a very sensitive microphone, right? Because theoretically, like, you're not holding the controller up to your face, you know?
No.
So it could pick up a lot of room noise, but if it's got, like, Discord-level audio filters and stuff, love to see it.
Oh, I mean, it's they've accounted for everything. They've really accounted for when it's like you're on a TV, if you're from a bit far away, and so they've accounted for that from not only from like background like audio, but game audio.
Nice. Before we go any further and get into some races, I do want to remind everybody that we have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/GamePodular. If you want to send us some money to help us keep doing more of this, that would be cool and good. We would like that. You don't have to. Again, I think I said like the last time we streamed, it's rough out there. Take care of yourselves first, obviously. It got increasingly rough this morning, which is a great thing to wake up to.
Yeah. Not great.
No.
Very scary.
Yes. So, yeah, take care of yourselves first, but if you've got some extra dollar dues kicking around and you want to send them our way, would be cool if you did. We would appreciate it. Also, oh no, I see. Hi. Friend playing Slay the Spire. Okay, plan for today is we're going to be playing some more Mario Kart. Scheduling note, we will not be streaming next week. We have a podcast to record because we are ostensibly a podcast network. We're recording an episode of Unfocused, so neither Scott and I will be available for streaming because we're busy. But we'll be back in 2 weeks doing something else. We were talking about NSO games, possibly F-Zero, but we haven't finalized that yet. But yeah, 2 weeks.
The world is our NSO oyster.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some races.
Nice.
I have been doing a fair amount of 150cc recently.
Ooh.
I'm not like amazing at it yet. I've got like, I'm sort of hovering around the silvers in the GPs.
Yep.
But this will be good practice.
I think I've only got one out of all the Grand Prix that I did. I've only got one silver.
And yet
rest of
I
gold.
keep beating you when we stream together. Much to think about.
Okay, where are we going?
Let's start off with Mario Bros. Circuit. Hard to go wrong with that one.
That's right.
See, we're getting the hubris in early, so that when I am inevitably punished, it will be good TV, as people say in the industry.
Yeah, but now that you said it, now you're being so humble, you know, it's going to be that I'm going to be lagging along.
There's levels to this. There's so much psychology that goes into bragging. I see you are also a Wario of high class, and you also picked the Rob bicycle. Bicycle?
I am the Rob the Robot bike.
Yeah. Motorcycle.
I am a Wario fan. His politics, I may not agree with.
He's like,
but
is he the most capitalist Mario character?
If he's definitely the most self-centered. Sort of little regard for anyone in their vicinity.
All right, time to start writing a 5-hour video essay on the capitalist politics of Wario. No.
Point number one: Wario loves garlic.
I mean, garlic is that garlic is based, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Okay, come with me on this very strange thought experiment.
Okie doke.
What is the least capitalist seasoning? Yeah, it's a weird one, huh?
That's a head scratcher. Are you just trying to throw me off?
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm doing, and it's absolutely not just evidence of my brain being very strange and poisoned by the internet.
Yes, you got a very normal brain.
Yeah. Some, like, I think saffron is disqualified just because of how expensive it is by volume.
Yep.
And just in general. Similarly, like, cinnamon, because of, like, the history of colonialism that it has. I mean, honestly, if we get colonialism into it, we're doing, like, most of the spices. Ooh. I've opened a can of worms that I now regret opening.
What seasoning would you put on that can of worms?
It depends on the worm, I suppose. Oh darn it! I forgot to change the intermission time. Oopsie daisy.
That's alright. We can just casually chat.
Yeah, we're talking about spices. Like, if we're talking purely about abundance and accessibility, it's got to be just like salt, right?
Yeah. Guess it's just got to be what's the sort of least exploitable?
I mean, that entirely depends on how the salt is harvested, you know? There's like...
Yeah.
Like, harvesting sea salt, for instance, can cause, like, changes to the surrounding like ocean floor and stuff. This happened in a city fairly close to where I live, because it was on a coastal city, and a company was like, well, okay, where are we going? Wario Stadium?
Yeah.
A company was like, okay, well, we have a contract to start harvesting salt here, and we're going to start doing it, and then there was no clause in the contract for, like, paying for reparations of damage to the local homes, because it's a coastal city, like, and a lot of the houses there are very old, because this is the Netherlands, and we just have a lot of old houses here. And, like, changing the ocean floor around there would, like, mess with the foundations of a lot of those houses and cause damage. And so there was, like, a citizens brigade, I don't know, like a
United Citizens Front
for it. Yeah, to be like, hey, we want you to pay for the damage you're going to cause to our houses by doing this, you know?
Yep.
And as far as I can remember, it worked, which is good.
Hell yeah.
Are we calling honey a seasoning? Probably not, huh? It's closer to condiment. Because, like, any beekeeper worth their salt, like, or sugar, like, bees are basically unionized. You know? I'm gonna make a maybe a controversial statement depending on who watches this, but, like, I got no problems with veganism. Except the vegans who don't like honey. Like, honey is an animal product that the bees functionally give consent to be harvested.
Okay.
Because if they don't like how you're handling their hive, the queen will just leave. And, like, it is actively bad for a lot of hives to, like, sometimes, like, a lot of hives just make too much honey. And so the beekeeper gathering the honey, if they're any good at it, they will take an amount that the bees will still have enough to sustain themselves and not starve.
Yep.
But it would also leave enough space in the hive for more bees and just the bees to live and stuff, you know?
Have you just been recently watching the Bee movie?
Say that again?
Have you just recently been watching the Bee movie?
No, I just have a lot of strong opinions about food. My dad, he was technically still is, I don't really know what to say it in English. He's functionally a food scientist. So he's worked in, like, the food industry. Oh, come on.
Yep.
Basically his whole life. So I've learned a lot about it.
A food engineer?
Yes, that's a better way of putting it.
Okay.
Sorry to undercut
Hey,
your
Helga?
B-movie joke there.
That's all right. Yeah. Do you like this crown that I have?
Yeah. It's it'll look better on me. You know, I only have a tiara.
Oh, really?
Right now. Oh, hey, Peach Medallion. All right, I haven't gotten this one yet because I haven't nailed this jump.
Oh, that's a doozy of a one.
Yeah, I can't, like, I've gone in there with a feather multiple times, and I keep just bumping into the pipe.
I tell you what, it doesn't actually help you to get there, but I have exploited the rewind feature to sort of get back my momentum.
Oh, no. I think I was onto something there. Have you watched the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct yet?
I have indeed.
Where are we going?
Where we going? Cooper Troop Beach, I think.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I was very, very much a fan.
I haven't watched it yet. Like, I'm not worried about spoilers because it's just a marketing presentation. Like, we're recording an episode of N Focus on Tuesday, hopefully.
Yep.
And I still have to watch it before then. But like, we've talked, I think, on stream before about how like Bonanza definitely looks like it's going to be the Switch 2's like first killer app.
Yep.
And based on the reactions I've seen, this Direct only really supported that.
Yeah, it's yeah, not to get into spoilers. It just felt like watching it's like I knew it was going to be like it's rumored that it's going to be made by the Mario Odyssey team, and like it was always going to be known as sort of going to be it's Mario Odyssey, but just after watching the Direct, it just confirms and it just really excited for it. And I was thinking before, you know, we've got this yeah, they're saying Switch 2 has no games apart from like say like Mario Kart and third-party games. But I'm just thinking like the time between when the Switch 1 was released and then Mario Odyssey, like the Switch 1 was in March and the Mario Odyssey was in October, so quite a good few months.
Yeah.
And yet this is just coming in a month after the Switch 2.
Yeah, because what
and it's
was
shaping
like the actual Switch 1's like launch lineup? I know Breath of the Wild was part of it, even though like, but that was technically like a Wii U game, like a
Wii U game,
Wii
yeah.
U game, you know?
Yeah. I try to remember.
Ooh, I didn't have the dolphin yet.
Oh, I don't think I did either. Oh, yeah, it was Breath of the Wild. Snippet clips. I remember that was one.
1-2 Switch.
Yeah. RMX, Fast RMX.
Like
I'm trying to remember what other.
racing game?
Yeah, that's like an F-Zero type fast racing game.
And
Speaking of
Mario
fast.
Kart 8 Deluxe was later, right?
Yeah, I believe that was actually a month later.
Yeah. That's the thing that like really sort of ticks me off about a lot of the discourse around the Switch 2 is it's a lot of the discourse that you see around like every console launch.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows that people don't learn. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, you know, that the Switch 2 doesn't have problems, because it definitely does. But I am of the opinion that like you have every right to be angry at like big companies and their decisions, but it is important to be angry accurately.
Yes.
You know, there's been so much misinformation about like game key cards
Yes.
and the TOS update that means that they can turn off your Switch 2 if you're breaking the TOS, and it's like we didn't get into it on N-Focus because I basically have nothing like fun to say about it, and it would like harsh the vibes of the podcast. Like that's been like in every PlayStation console since the PlayStation 3. Like
Yep. Which one?
Peach Stadium?
Yep. Cool. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, PlayStation, Xbox.
And there are similar clauses to that, like in basically every online game. Like, if you have a problem with it, like, it is slightly different in the sense that you're buying a piece of hardware that no longer functions, as opposed to like Final Fantasy 14, which is a digital download, which you have the license for anyway. So it's technically not yours. And I understand the frustration around that. But I just like, it just shows that people don't actually read the terms of service, because this is not a new concept for the games industry in any stretch of the imagination. Like, don't get mad at Nintendo specifically. Get mad at the entire industry for normalizing this.
Exactly. I think it's like the game keycard situation. Like, game keycards as a concept can be between like actual physical games that have the games on it is a step down.
Yeah, and
it's a very
really
much
bad
a
for preservation.
Yes, exactly. Once if the servers do go down, that's it. In saying that, though, you had all this Discord and all these game key cards. It was just you were going to lock down to an entire account. It's like, no. Or just simply, I was thinking about this the other day, and Nintendo, pretty much, it's like still like with the Switch 2, their games run off the actual physical media. Like PlayStation 4, Xbox One, you can buy the disc, but it installs it to the drive, the hard drive, and then it itself acts like a game keycard.
It's very strange.
It's a bad situation, but it's sort of the better of the bad situation. I would much prefer if I were really into physical, a game keycard as opposed to a box with a code inside of it.
Oh, for sure. Box with a code inside of it is just awful. But I saw a lot of people online being like, it's functionally the same thing, and it isn't. It actually isn't. Like, you can sell them, and people can install them on their own. Gotcha. And can install it off the same card on their own console. Like, it's bad, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I posted about this on Blue Sky a couple days ago. Like, I find nuance too important, so I can't guess who's got the gold crown now? Oh, it's still you.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, okay.
I knew going into this race that there was no way I was going to get there, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, we still got plenty of time to go.
Yeah. See, I did immediately get punished for my hubris.
It's there's enough to be mad about with companies.
Yeah.
But make sure you're truthful.
Yeah.
One thing that I sort of get a little bit irksome about, there's this thing going around that, the Wii and the DS stores, you're not allowed to re-download games anymore.
What?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, so you can. That? Yeah, you can. No, you can't go ahead and buy a game. How about Faraway Oasis?
That is indeed the one I selected. Let's go. Cool.
Let's go. So the stores, you cannot go ahead and put points on and download a game. If your console dies, you can't just go into an account and re-download it to a new console. So there are sticking situations that do suck.
Yeah.
But I've heard this thing, the Wii and the servers are down, and the online service where you play games, yes, that's right. But the actual to re-download games, you can still re-download games.
Yeah. It's just.
I mean, it will end up one day going away, and at one point it did. There was an issue where it did go away at one stage for like a good couple of months. They did put it back. Sorry, I'm rambling here, but
no, it's important to get the facts straight here.
Yeah, you get the facts straight, and that way then you've got, I don't want to say like ammunition, but you're sort of righteous. It's like you say, okay, this sucks because this is what's happening. Don't fudge anything.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
The internet is like, it's a bad case of telephone or game of telephone.
Oh yes,
and. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I haven't been affected by, like it hasn't affected me, because it has. I've had mistaken impressions in the past, because I'm going to be honest here, YouTubers either misunderstood or misrepresented a situation for clicks. And that sucks. And as someone who is now technically a YouTuber, I do my best to like stay away from that as much as possible. And when we're recording stuff for N-Focus and Unfocused, I try to fact check things because while I do not consider myself to be a journalist, I've always considered myself to be a critic. I do hold myself to some like journalism adjacent standards, and one of those is fact checking.
Yep. Yeah, you should be able to cite your sources.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Speaking of weird decisions Nintendo has made recently, I've heard through the grapevine, i.e. you earlier today, that you had some thoughts on Nintendo's welcome tour.
Oh, have you now? Yes. What I will say is, when it was initially announced that this thing was going to be like $15, I was like, yeah, Nintendo's just being a bit full of themselves, and
very weird decision. I remember like saying out loud during the Direct, wait, do they want us to pay for this?
Yeah. Like, what the? But it's just like, yeah, that's just classic Nintendo. After playing the game and sort of actually really enjoying it, I'm sort of a bit angry that they've done this. Like, it would have been so good to
Dinosaurs?
Yeah, dinosaurs. Can't go around dinosaurs. It would have been so good to be able to have this.
Yeah, you want more people to experience it.
It's just got so much fun stuff and good information. I'll give one example. The Joy-Con. I was always worried that, the Joy-Con, I know it's going to be magnetic, but is it going to be able to just easily slip off? And that the connector bit, is that easily going to be break?
Yeah.
And plus, unless you're watching that Jerry Rig Everything video where he just absolutely rips it out from the side, and you see it, nothing's happened. It actually sort of tells. It actually sort of tells you in the welcome tour. There's like that. Actually, it's actually designed. It's not locked in. It's actually wobbles a little bit. So they accounted for people just breaking it, like pulling it off from the side.
They like it's one of the like things you have to do when you're designing buildings like for earthquakes is they have to have a little bit of give, because if everything's super rigid, then it's going to snap.
Exactly. Like they go into the thing like why that's reason why there's sort of a little bit of gap between the Joy-Con and the Switch unit itself. For that very reason. But it's sort of like you sort of forget that these companies, they do this rigorous testing.
Yeah.
I remember that. I'm nabbit. I remember seeing a video online of them testing a Nintendo, I think DS Lite, just a hinge, and just builds a contraption, just opens it up like thousands of times in a minute. Wild. Ooh. How come I got a coin? That's not fair.
That is like one of the worst feelings when you're in first place. Like obviously coins are useful for like the collection aspect, and I think they make you go slightly faster. But it almost feels like yeah, sure, we'll give you something. You picked up an item box and we're contractually obligated to give you an item.
It's something where you prefer like a banana peel. Let's put it that way.
Just give me like a green shell or a banana.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nah.
Still got it, baby. The power of dinosaurs saw me through. Still behind though.
I think we still got two. Sorry, I think we still got 2 races to go.
Yeah, but the fact that I was 3rd place in the first one is definitely working against me here.
Yeah, but I have been enjoying my Switch too. I think it's a neat little device. A neat little expensive device.
Yeah, that's like that's the main point of contention, right? Ruins? Great Block Ruins? And again, like this is me being the professional nuance enjoyer here. Like the thing with the price of games and the price of the console is there's sort of two avenues to it, right? Is like 90 euros for a physical copy of this game is absurd, frankly. Like even 80 for the digital feels a bit bad. Not a bit bad. It feels bad. But like, it is true. I think I'm gonna literally quote myself from Infocus here. It is true that game dev just has gotten more expensive as hardware has become more powerful. And so, like, the return on investment, if you look at it from a pure business standpoint, like, you cannot count on X number of sales at $60 or euros anymore, because there's just so many games out there, and there are so many people whose experience with gaming is, I have one live service game I play. Like, there are people in the world who play games, and that game is Fortnite. And so there's just like, there are more people playing games than ever, but I think the expected like market share hasn't really changed all that much. And then you have like the need to make like, to have really high like 4K games with high quality textures and models and stuff, and that's expensive. You have to hire really good people to make those, and a lot of them. And so I get it, but on the other hand, like, the cost of game production has increased while, on average, especially in the US, wages have not.
That's the sticking point. That's...
Yeah. Like, both things are true. And oh wow, I got absolutely destroyed here. I fell off the stage a bunch of times. I got slammed with a red shell. Do you know, like, the part where you're jetting up the waterfall?
Yeah.
I got slammed with a red shell while we were going up. Yeah, that set me back quite a ways.
Oh dear. You know, these like people saying, you know, with the price index, you know, the Switch itself is sort of comparable. Switch is sort of comparable to Switch 1, so that's why it's more expensive. It's like, yes, that is true, but it's still more expensive. It's money. People don't have a lot of it nowadays. It's
salty Speedway.
Salty, because we're all a bit salty.
Yeah. Like, yeah,
but this is
adjusted for inflation, the price of the console and the games is like lower than it looks, but by and large, wages have not been adjusted for inflation.
And that's why we ran back to our good old not friend, capitalism.
Yeah.
Honestly, it just needs to be that Sonic meme. What's that Sonic meme? I want games to be worse quality, shorter. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I want shorter games with worse graphics for less money, or something.
Yeah.
Because it is true that, like, again, like, games don't necessarily have to be like I think the like obvious egregious example is like Red Dead Redemption 2 with its weird like simulation-y aspects that probably didn't need to be there. Like, ooh, we spent like the pull quote was we spent like 3 months just animating the horse's testicles, you know? Like that's probably not necessary. Like that's to an excessive degree. But I'm also not going to sit here and pretend like this game doesn't look amazing, and I'm glad that it does.
I have not really played any Red Dead games.
I kind of like the first one. I haven't played it in ages because I played it like when it came out on Xbox 360, and then my Xbox 360 died like permanently.
Oh.
And it is on Steam and Switch now.
Yep.
But they're charging full price for a game from like 2011, 2010.
Yep.
Like it went on sale on Steam for like 40% off, and it was like, I still don't really want to pay like 25 euros for this, you know, or 35 if it was 40% off.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, we covered this on N-Focus as well. Like the CEO of Rockstar or whoever it was like, oh yeah, we're charging this much because it's technically 2 games in one because it includes the Undead Nightmare expansion. And it's like,
who cares?
My brother in Christ, like, that's like a standalone expansion that's like 12 hours long or whatever. I haven't played it.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't count, and you know it.
Actually, I tell you a good game that I don't think was too expensive. It was definitely maybe AA. RoboCop Rogue City.
Oh yeah. Oh, I loved hearing about that on Unfocused. That game sounds really cool.
It is goofy. It's really cool. It plays quite well. But you just sort of they put a lot into the RoboCop model and its features, but everyone else is sort of like a standard NPC, and they stand apart, which is funny.
There were so many ties there. There were like 3 people in 20th place. There were 2 people in second. There were like 3 people in 6th. How are we doing on time? Huh, interesting. I think we very briefly went offline at some point.
Oh.
Did that stop the recording? It didn't stop the recording at the very least. Because, the time on Twitch is, we've been going for 2 minutes, and that's not correct.
I thought it was just my browser. Whoop. It's just happened again. Click here to relay browser.
Huh. Interesting. Can't say I know what's going on with that.
Maybe Twitch is just having a moment.
It's possible.
But I think I've got Red Dead Redemption DK Pass. Yes, of course. Of course. DK. But I've got Red Dead Redemption, I think, on the wish list. That's one good thing about the Switch too, apart from the store just being fast. Is that when you actually go into it, it actually has it's got on the actual the front screen like the wish list you can easily select, and it actually highlights when anything goes on sale. So,
like a wish list is supposed to do.
Well, this is Nintendo. Yeah, we got to give them their dues.
Yeah. It's mostly just weird that that's a new feature. Haha, suck it, whoever had the boo. You stole a coin from me.
Ooh, I'm Pirate Wario now.
Yo-ho. I've been listening to a lot of... I mean, I listen to a lot of music in general, but the new Ailstorm album came out yesterday, so I've been like...
Ooh, nice.
Not yesterday, 2 days ago. I've been jamming to that a lot, and I've been getting into like a piratey mood again.
Arr!
Come on. No, stupid boy.
No, don't come on. No. No, oh my God, come on. Okay, someone just throw... I just got done by a horn. I am in 6th place.
Yeah,
I don't think that should be allowed.
I saw you get hit by that evolution, and I was like, well, sucks to be you, bud.
Okay, who's getting me with a red... Oh my...
Yep, somebody hit you with a red shell. There's definitely no video evidence of anyone shooting a red shell at you.
I'm not mad. I just want to talk.
You'll have to catch me first.
But this is the thing with 24 players now. It says if you get hit by one, then everyone just you get knocked down a bit. Everyone just slams into you.
Oh yeah, it's like especially early game races are chaos. Or early like in the race, it's chaos because there's just so many people. And that is like honestly one of the things I like less about this game is just getting hit with like 4 things in a row feels like it's way more common. Like that's always going to be a problem as long as like oh I see, as long as like the triple red shells are in the game.
Yeah,
because sometimes someone's just really vindictive and it's just like, well, I'm gonna fire all 3 of these at once. And now you're in 6th place. Yeah, Red Dead is like, I don't know. I like the theming of it. It's got a good story, at least as far as I've played. But also, I've played Red Dead Redemption 2 on Xbox for a bit. Just absolutely wretched controls.
Ah, yeah. Because this was before GTA 5.
Sky High Sunday?
Yeah.
Red Dead 1 was, but Red Dead 2 wasn't.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And I can't remember what the controls were like on Red Dead 1, to be honest. But Red Dead 2 makes, like, very weird decisions. How, like, draw your gun and aim your gun are separate buttons.
Oh.
Like, if you want, like, you know, you can have these, like, dynamic moments where you're, like, pointing your gun at someone and they'll react to that, you know? And they'll stop what they're doing and they'll be like, oh, please don't kill me. And you have to do that for, like, quests sometimes to get them to stop doing bad things. And there was one quest that I failed and had to restart because I didn't realize that, like, I'm trying to aim my gun at this person, but it's not working because the aim button is different from the draw your gun button.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And again, like, it has some weird, like, I don't really love the, like, simulation-y aspects of, oh, you gotta make sure your camp has enough food for the next day. So you have to engage in, like, the really mid-hunting mechanics where you can't see any of the animals because everything's so realistic and busy.
Like the Fallout games, like ever since New Vegas, they put like a hardcore mode. It's like, I'm not knocking for people who are into it, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, don't make it mandatory.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, the hardcore modes in the Fallout games aren't.
Yeah.
But stuff like, oh, you got to make sure you have enough food, or people will react to you if you don't shave your beard regularly and they think you look dirty. And it's just like, who
I just
cares?
want to play. I want to play the game.
Yeah. So I also want to play this game and not get knocked off and go to 5th place. Heyo.
Yeah. Hey. But at the moment now, I've sort of got a limit to any sort of open world games because I've still got to finish Xenoblade X.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've just started with Cyberpunk, and I'm getting into Cyberpunk.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've seen some like screenshots and stuff you've posted. That game, I think we said this last week as well, but that game looks like shockingly good on Switch too.
Shockingly good for the amount of apparently low power outputs.
No.
Users.
Oh, okay. Lost 2 places right at the end there. That's okay. We're all good. Conkdor. Listen, Conkdor. You and me, we're gonna have words in the parking lot after school.
But yeah, Cyberpunk, like the only reason it gets like a sort of like a 2-hour battery life is because the Switch itself has a smaller battery.
Yeah.
Like you try and play something like on a Steam Deck, you probably get the same amount of it might run a little bit better.
Starview Peak.
But you
Oh no, Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road. I was about to say, yeah. But you might get a little bit better with Steam Deck with adjusted settings, but the battery life is probably not going to be as good because it's just using more power.
Yeah.
But
do you have a lot of experience using the Switch 2 in like handheld mode? Because I tried it like once for research purposes, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But I mostly play it docked. Fun fact, I have 2 docks now. I decided it was too much of a pain in the butt to move my entire dock off my TV and onto my desk to stream. So I just have a dedicated streaming dock.
I actually did something similar. I didn't get a dock, but I ended up getting a AC adapter. So at least I don't have to go get into the back of my TV and unplug the AC adapter from the wall socket or the power strip.
Yeah.
From the power strip, I can at least just unplug the HDMI cable and what's in there and just transfer it over.
Here's the thing for me was like the way my TV is set up. Like the HDMI cable is really hard to get to. Like the power strip wasn't the problem. I just like
okay.
I don't want to like deal with the HDMI cable every time. So now I can just like take my Switch out of the one dock and put it in the other one. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, I could have probably technically used like some other power adapter, but I just didn't want to risk it.
Yeah. It is like a pretty specific power requirement.
Oh, the thing is, like, I think the Switch 1 was. I don't think the Switch, like the Switch 2 power adapter seems to be, like, I think it's like standard like 27 watt, 15, 27, 45, and 60 watt.
I believe you.
Nah, look, from what I've been hearing, it seems a lot more streamlined. But if putting it to a dock, I'm still not going to trust it. So I'm going to fork out the $44. Yeah. But anyway, just going back to your question about in handheld mode. Yeah, I've been pretty much exclusively playing it in handheld mode, honestly.
Out of curiosity, why? Because like I like it. I'm like, it's not like the most ergonomic for me, and also just like I have this nice 4K TV that I could see the game.
It's still, yeah, it's still not. It's maybe just my mental gymnastics just going on. I still haven't accepted the fact that it just looks better on the 4K TV.
No,
It's also probably. It's also probably the fact that I'm sort of, I don't know, I don't like I think I'm too far away from the TV. Like I feel a good big room away from the TV, and I sort of like to get the fact that I do like it handheld. But I still got to end up, I've got to not force myself, just got to realize, wait, I've got a 4K TV. I should be playing on that. Although, I don't think my TV's HDR is good enough, or I don't know if it's good enough, or it's just switch it to HDMI implementation, because I've got one of those. My TV is capable of HDR, but it's not like it's an LED LCD.
Yeah.
And it's not like one that's got dimming zones, which is yeah. So I got this TV like a few.
That are disappointed with the Switch 2's HDR, and there's like a specific setting on your TV that you have to change. I can't remember what it's called.
HGIG, I believe it's called.
Which my TV does not have.
Oh.
Like mine can do HDR, but its HDR settings are on or off.
Oh, okay.
Right, you can't use the feather on blue shells. You have to use the blue shell, lightning bolt, red shell right in a row. That's what we're talking about, folks.
That's Mario Kart, baby!
The advantage I have is people who are watching the stream or have the Twitch stream open might see behind me that my TV is ginormous. It's like a 65-inch TV. And I'm not saying that to brag, because I guarantee this TV is cheaper than you think it is.
Oh, yes.
I went out of my way, admittedly, give them some credit with a lot of help from Seskra. This is not a smart TV. At all. Like, I have like a Google Chromecast plugged into it to functionally make it a smart TV, but because it's not a smart TV, this thing cost me $500.
So wait, it doesn't actually. So it's got all it's got HDR settings and like settings for like picture quality in there, but it effectively it doesn't have like the thing where it can go like on YouTube or Netflix and that. You have to actually buy a device. That is fantastic.
Yeah. It's
oh
great.
My goodness.
Love it. It doesn't have like an internet connected operating system. Chocolate Mountain?
Chocolate Mountain, yep. Oh my goodness. Like I didn't think they existed. I thought all TVs nowadays had to have some sort of smart TV. And it's just like I've got an Apple TV. My father's got a Google Chromecast, and it's why would you end up using? Like I've got a Samsung TV. And like Samsung, like they've got their own sort of operating system, not even like Google.
Yeah, and it's
just,
sucks, right? Like my parents have like an older, like I say older, like they got it like in 2012, I want to say, and they're still using it. Like their Samsung Smart TV, that operating system has always sucked, even when it was new.
Yeah.
Like. And I'm gonna be honest, like I have like thought about like telling more people about this TV because it's great and it's cheap and the picture quality is nice. Audio quality is a bit bad, but hey, I have a sound bar, so I don't have to. And then these TVs are like, I'd be suspect of any sort of TV that has really good quality nowadays. Like these things are thin. Yeah. And so like, but I can't find it online anymore. Like I don't think they make this one anymore, which sucks because it's great.
Do you know the who makes it?
Salora.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you recognize the brand. I think they're a Dutch brand.
No. Maybe
yeah, like I've looked on like the store. Like I went to like the online store listing where I bought it, and it's like this thing is not available. This product is not available anymore, and I don't think it's even on the manufacturer website anymore either. I got it like. I think I got it like right before it went out of stock too.
Okay. Do they make similar TVs, like just sort of like a newer version, but sort of still, great TV, but not a smart TV?
I don't think so. I'd have to go back and double check, but not that I've been able to find. But I'm not that good at looking, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this TV. It's great. It's massive. It looks fantastic, and it's not connected to the internet, which is the ideal thing for a television to be.
That's it. It sucks that sounds like heaven.
Yeah.
Like you would think it's something TV connected to the internet. Oh, that's awesome. No, not nowadays.
Because
I mean, makes sense.
even just on a UI perspective and also on like a security perspective, all of those smart TV operating systems are poop soup. Like they're so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Silver again. I have silver
Yeah.
every time this stream.
Yeah, well, you're only 3 points behind me, so you're gaining on me.
Yep. One more race or one more Grand Prix, and then actually we should probably do the break thing now because we're like 2 minutes
Okie doke.
at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna mute myself. You're welcome to stick around and hang out. Although there doesn't seem to be any chat activity today. That's okay. We're still hanging out. We're vibing. We're chatting.
We're chill.
Yeah, we're gaming. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, refill my water, and we'll be right back with more Mario Kart.
Nice.
Hey, what's up? We're back. A
Not
dinosaur
much.
story.
Yeah.
Check out. Or do you have the stream open?
I do.
Check out my cool cup that I'm drinking water out of.
Love it.
I think I mentioned this on a previous stream. I think we've got a few under our belts. It's now time for maximum memeage.
My goodness. Oh, and I saw your TV.
Yeah, like that's. Hang on, that one. No.
I've just got a lowly 55-inch.
There it is. It's
Yeah.
wild. I was like, the thing that gets me the most about it is like I've been looking for like 4K monitors to replace my current ones with, because it would be good for streaming and just cool to have for other games. God, they're all so expensive.
Yep.
Like, the cheapest one that I could find, well, not the cheapest ones, but the ones that were like that would have that would work for the size my desk is. They're like like 350 euros, which is like, and this television, the 65-inch television, was like 499 euros. Like,
Okay.
and then I'm buying like, you know, a 350 euro 27-inch 4K computer monitor. That just feels bad. Hang on, let's take a picture that I can use for the YouTube thumbnail.
Okay. Let's see. Let me go. Okay. This is sort of one annoying thing. It's like you can't just go quickly turn around. You have to drive around and. Yep. All right.
And
Yeah,
goes
pose.
in. Yeah.
That's a nice one.
The guide. Offset it a little bit. There we go. Get to use my
Shit.
experience.
Oh, did you get it or?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I get to use my experience doing a semester of high school level photography. Rule of thirds, baby.
Yeah, I do sort of like it.
Do you want to do some like other moods?
Maybe a knockout tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set the CPUs to hard. That went like semi-well the last time we tried it.
Yeah. All right. Which symbol?
Moon?
Moon.
Everybody's favorite werewolf, Moon.
Yeah. One thing Nintendo have embraced is photo mode.
Oh, I love photo mode in so many games. I don't use it a lot in a lot of games, but it's one of those things where I'm really glad it's there, you know?
Even Xenoblade X has somewhat of a photo mode where if you press the L and R buttons together, it actually gets rid of the UI for a split second and takes a screenshot.
Oh, nice. Like Monster Hunter Wilds has a photo mode as well that I've used for like. Those of you who are on the Game Podular Discord server, hint hint. Details for which are on our website. We'll have seen that I took some screenshots of my like. I got into Fashion Hunter. You know, like okay, we've got the gear for stats. Now let's just look cool. And I posted some screenshots of my character and my Sacred and my Palico. I was happy. The photo mode let me. Though one small complaint I have, honestly, the photo mode in Rise was better.
Okay.
Like there were more like cool poses you could strike.
Okay.
Photos.
I gotta get back into Rise.
What are you playing it on?
Switch. That's what I've only ever had it on, and I didn't even get the DLC. So
The DLC is so good as well. Like that's the cool thing about like Monster Hunter DLCs is they're like what's the Elden Ring one called? Shadow of the Erdtree. Like they're massive. They're basically like 3/4 of the main game by themselves.
with the size of the main game, it's still a massive game.
Like I played Rise on Switch, including the DLC. I think I hit 400 hours of playtime.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like so lost in the sauce of Monster Hunter. It's unbelievable.
Actually,
It's
funny
like,
thing about
what's the Simpsons meme when Monster Hunter is not being played? People should be asking, when can I next play Monster Hunter?
Where's Poochie?
Exactly.
One funny thing about was it games that have DLC? Cyberpunk, because I've had it
Phantom
on
Liberty.
Yeah, so I've had Cyberpunk on Xbox and PC, so I can play on my Steam Deck RGLA. But it's always been the base game, and so I got it for Switch, and that comes with Phantom Liberty, which I knew. What I didn't realize was that I had loaded up my save, because I didn't really play it that much originally, and I'd loaded up my save, and I must have saved over it. And the problem now is that if I want to get to it back on my Xbox, which I don't have anymore, or my PC, I have to get Phantom Liberty.
Oh, yeah, because it now includes the save file now includes content that you technically don't own on those platforms. Oof.
Exactly. And can't just go ahead and say, okay, you can't. All right, we're just going to relegate that, so you can't just access the Phantom Liberty stuff. You're just locked out. So it's no real worry, because I mean I've started a new game, and I've already ended up I was like level 18 when I did it on the original systems. I'm level 17 on the Switch, so I'm getting up there. Tell you what, that corporate monkey is beating us all.
I'm sorry, did you just say the phrase corporate monkey?
Yeah, the one with the tie. He's all businesslike.
God, Business Monkey sounds like a movie from 2006. You know? There were so many like chimpanzee movies in like the 90s.
Oh, yes.
There was one like that we had the DVD for, but we never watched it because we lived in a country where pirated DVDs were dirt cheap. And it was like Most Extreme Primate or something.
Oh, yeah?
It was like a movie about a chimpanzee who does like X Games sports. And that is like the most like 2003 thing I can think of. There was like a movie of the chimpanzee was a spy. I'm not like an animal rights guy, although like, animals should have rights.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am glad that that's not really a thing anymore. There's still like a horrific glut of terrible dog movies. Especially if you're willing to look like in the bargain bins and digital bargain bins of like Tubi.
Ha.
There's a great. Are you familiar with the YouTuber Drew Gooden?
No, unfortunately.
He's like a former Vine guy who started a YouTube channel and now has like 3 million subscribers. He has a great video where the premise was he watched just like the last 10 minutes of a bunch of Christmas movies. It's really funny. And there's some like, there is a subgenre of Christmas dog movies that I didn't like know existed, but I'm not surprised that it does, And there's some wild ones in there. Doggone Christmas
Are they like
is on the way. In some of them, the dog talks, and in others, it doesn't. I thought I was 8th. Did I get overtaken at the last second?
Oh dear.
Is the race just over now, or are you still playing?
I'm still playing, so I think you can still watch me.
Oh yeah, I'm spectating Peepa right now. Oh, now it's Donkey Kong. Is Donkey Kong the business monkey you were talking about?
Yes.
He has changed.
I mean, in that, yeah, he's changed the outfits.
There's, maybe it's just a coincidence, but it feels like there's one outfit for like every character that has outfits that I don't have yet. Like, I don't have any alternate I don't have Donkey Kong's alternate costume, and he only has one. Like, I'm missing like one for Mario, one for Luigi, one for Peach.
I think the only ones I've got maxed out are Mario and Wario.
I have Rosalina maxed out, I know. That's the only one I'm sure of.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact for you that's related to Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So, a recent Magic the Gathering expansion set called Ether Drift was all about, like, interplanar races. Like, there are portals in the world that take you to different planes, and a racetrack has been constructed that goes through those portals. They just straight up made the blue shell into a Magic card. Like, it's obviously like called something that's related to Magic the Gathering, but if you look at the art, it's just the blue shell, and it follows people. Like, hell yeah. I did get overtaken at the last minute. Oh, that's...
where are you? Oh.
Well, we set the CPUs to hard, and
Yep.
This is the consequences of our actions.
Them's the breaks.
My actions. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
I at least want to make it to the end.
We got a goal.
I'm happy to not be first, but I do want to finish. Speaking of blue shell,
where should we go?
Blue shell?
Let's do blue shell. Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering. There are so many new Magic fans nowadays, and it's so cool to see. I love that game. And I wish it was not because they put a bunch of other IPs into Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
But I'm also always happy to have new players.
I was thinking about a while ago. I had this thing. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
With the Switch 2, with games that are possibly coming out, what would you say, like a port-wise, what would be your most safe bet for a port, and your most wild, unexpected one?
Safe bet.
Like original. Yes. So originally, I actually had Cyberpunk. This is a little while ago, and it's like I was right on that. And then my wild one was Horizon Zero Dawn. Now I know it's a PlayStation game, but I sort of feel like, you know, it's come out on PC. I was wondering, maybe perhaps, you know, like it'd be like the original version, but come out on Switch. Still probably not going to happen.
That Horizon Lego game did come out on Switch.
Well, that's what I sort of. I know it is a Lego game, but they could have easily just not done it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's actually on Xbox.
Okay, I got two for you. My
Yep.
safest port pick
Yep.
is Wind Waker HD.
Yep.
Like, I know Wind Waker's already on NSO, but it doesn't have all the quality of life improvements that the HD version has. And it's sort of like one of the last big ticket Wii U games that hasn't gotten a port to a good console yet.
Yep.
And my wildest one, I don't know if the system can actually run it, but Baldur's Gate 3.
See, I kind of feel like it could.
Like, it is Steam Deck verified,
Yeah.
at the very least. No! I mushroomed straight into your bomb.
Yeah, you don't
Just
mushroom into
normal
those.
things
That's,
you say when playing video games.
So, I'm going to do another one. My safe bet. Robocop Rogue City.
Nice, yeah.
I sort of feel like, because originally, it was originally going to be on Switch 1. I was very doubtful if that was going to even run very well at all. I sort of feel like, given the game what it is, probably easy on Switch 2. My wild one would be Monster Hunter Wilds.
Monster Hunter's a bit of a tricky one. They'd
Yeah.
have to do some serious work to optimize it, because
Yeah.
I love that game, and it has gotten better about it, but it still kind of runs like butt sometimes.
Yeah.
It would be funny if it's like Monster Hunter is coming back to Switch and it's Monster Hunter World. I mean, I wouldn't be super mad about that because Monster Hunter World rules. Okay, my I've got to I think it's a pretty safe one. It's a little speculative, but it's one I've been thinking about for a while. Professor Layton HD collection.
Okay.
In the same way that they've done the Ace Attorney ones.
Yep.
It's a wild one. Ooh, I'm actually drawing a blank on a wild one. Ooh, sort of in the same vein as your Horizon ones, the God of War games.
Yeah. I could see that. Right.
Or Spider-Man. Ooh, I got a really good wild one for you.
Yeah.
Halo the Master Chief Collection.
See, I sort of feel like that's not as wild as say something like God of War or Horizon. I sort of feel like that's eventually going to come.
I mean,
we've
guess
got
with
Gears-
Microsoft being a lot more open to collaboration these days.
I mean, they got Gears of War coming on PS5. Like, that's still wild to think. You know what I want them to finally do?
Do tell.
A true, proper Mario and Sonic game.
Not at the Olympic Games, just co-op,
Not
crossover
a platform. Yeah.
That'd be cool. I don't know how you would integrate their gameplay styles into each other. I suppose with Sonic, you could take a more Sonic Adventure style gameplay than like a Sonic Rush, like a classic 2D Sonic style gameplay.
Yeah.
Although you could also like Generations it, where there's like a combination of the two, right? Because even Mario Odyssey had those like little like you merge into a wall. Oh, come on, I had triple green shells. I guess technically I had double green shells. You had the like little mini segments where you were doing it 2D. But I just worry about the speed. Like it.
I think I could figure something out.
Because when I think of like a crossover, like mascot platformer game, I'm immediately thinking of like Spyro Orange and Crash Bandicoot Purple, which were, last I heard, not very good. But I've been saying for a while that I want like a big like crossover game for like all of the mascot platformers. Like give me Spyro, Crash, Gex,
Bubsy,
Vex, Bubsy, Voodoo Vince.
Gianna Sisters. Gianna Sisters.
Oh yeah.
Are you in there?
Nope.
Ah,
It's not in the top 4. I was number 5. I was very close. I was so close to number 4. So it was eliminated later this time. You gotta catch up to Daisy there, bud.
yeah.
She's smoking you. I actually genuinely don't know what position you're in right now.
I am 3rd now.
There doesn't seem to be a way to...
Oh, okay. Not select me.
Yeah, I can't, like... It's just sort of auto-spectating Daisy.
Oh, okay. I mean, Daisy was just way ahead.
Do you want to do some
Very-
battles?
Let's battle.
I'm gonna do something I'm good at and feel good about myself. Ayo!
Hey!
Self-burn,
Let's-
baby. Those are rare. Balloon battle. Let's go. Chain Chomp Desert?
Yes, I haven't done that one.
I confess, the only time I've ever done battles in this game has been on stream. So there's probably
Same.
a lot that I haven't seen. My idea for like big crossover mascot platformer would just be a licensing nightmare, unfortunately.
I have a
I've talked about this on Infocus a bunch. Like with the mouse controls, I want like a Nintendo like crossover Smash Bros style like strategy game. With like different franchises being factions. And so like you have, you know, the Legend of Zelda faction, and like your iconic units are like Link and Zelda and Ganondorf and stuff. And then you're like your foot soldiers are like Tektites or I was about to say Goopas, but that's their own franchise. But you know, Octoroks, you know, like you make Octoroks as your ranged units. I think that would be really cool. I just unfortunately think that strategy games are a little too niche nowadays.
Well, with the mouse controls, I mean, let's see. If honestly, if Nintendo does it, I think there might be some leeway into it.
Yeah, I want it to be like on a personal level. I'd hope it was a real-time strategy game because I don't like the like turn-based Fire Emblem style games. Although that's if they do it, that's probably what it's going to end up being. Like,
I would love them.
Base building
Yeah.
and resource gathering and stuff.
Yep. I would love them. One thing I did love about the first Mario Maker was that you had amiibo costumes.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I would sort of like them to. I know this is probably right. I would sort of like to expand on that and have it that like Mario Maker 2, you had 4 different characters. You had Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Toadette. I would like them to sort of implement something where you could have a skin for not just with those 4 Mario characters, like covering Nintendo franchises, covering other franchises, even something like, I don't know, it's controversial, maybe something like paid DLC, or I don't want to do something like promote, like something like Fortnite does, but I don't know, something similar. I don't know.
You know what I was thinking about just now?
What's that?
Using amiibos, Nintendo Skylanders.
That's sort of like dancing on the grave.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're way ahead. I actually have Skylander figurines. I have 2 of them. Do you know what they
They're
are?
nice looking figurines.
I'll tell you which ones I got. I got
Is it Spyro and Green Spyro, or like
no. Which one should we go?
Mario Bros?
Yeah. No, I've actually got the Donkey Kong and Bowser one, which was
Oh my
was an
God,
amiibo
I
and a
forgot about those.
Yep. And as someone pointed out, because Donkey Kong Bonanza has amiibo functionality, they're releasing new amiibo, and it's actually got a they actually had a screenshot of all the compatible Donkey Kong amiibo, and they conveniently didn't put in the Skylanders one. I mean, it'll work. It's a Donkey Kong amiibo, but it's just funny that they didn't acknowledge that. But that was like, you had that on its base, you could flip the base, like turn it a little bit, and it'd go from Skylanders to amiibo.
I have like Spyro and stuff on the mind because I rewatched. Are you familiar with Cat Icarus?
Yes.
I rewatched his.
Daddy
like, 1 million
Catty.
I watched his. I rewatched his 1 million subscribers, like all the Spyro games video recently. One of the best integrations of like cameos on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've also just been watching like Cat Icarus out of context compilations on YouTube. And like I'm gonna borrow something from that I saw in the comments for one of them, but it's like the best thing about Cat Icarus videos is like all of these out of context clips could be from the same video. And if you've never seen any of his videos, you would never know.
He's great. I love that. I love his PlayStation Classic video. Just absolutely goes to town on it.
I love his Lego video, but that's, you know, I'm a Lego fan at heart.
Actually, now I should see if the Spyro games run better on Switch too.
Oh yeah, the Reignited trilogy.
Hmm.
I should probably play that. I bought it
Do you
ages
have it on-
ago, and then I played it for a bit. Like, I didn't like it that much. Maybe I need to play like 2 and 3 that has like some more like quality of life options. But like, yeah, I don't. I didn't actually enjoy it.
Do you have it on? Is it a Switch? You have it or
I have it on
PC?
Switch,
Ah,
because it was
'Cause
like
I'd,
on sale or something, and I was like, yeah, I've never played a Spyro game because I didn't grow up with PlayStation.
I mean, I technically did, but I never played a Spyro or a Crash Bandicoot game.
The most Crash Bandicoot I've ever played was at a museum in Perth.
Oh,
They have a little video game museum like in the inner city.
oh, nice.
First time I ever played like Duck Hunt with the light gun there as well.
Oh, that's so. Because I've still got my original NES with Duck Hunt and the light gun.
The Zapper?
And a CRT.
Was it called the Zapper?
Yep, the Zapper. I still got a CRT. Once I move into a new place, I should set that up again.
All right. I didn't really like DK Pass very much last time
Nah.
I played it. Jungle?
Oh, Jungle? Yep, okay.
Actually, no. Let's do Salty Speedway. Like,
Oh,
all the
I'm sorry, I
dinosaurs
still said
made
Jungle.
it. No, it's okay. I'd be happy with either one. That's what I get for changing my mind.
Ooh, yeah, you're way ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm way behind.
Yeah, a little column A, a little column B. To go back to a previous point, like, how far did you get in Monster Hunter Rise, if you remember?
Oh, I ended up pretty far. I mean, I ended up it's the first Monster Hunter game I actually ever finished, and ended up doing like originally like the final boss in online mode.
And
Like,
when you say the final boss, because there are a number of monsters that could refer to.
it was I cannot remember the name.
What did
It
it
was a
look like?
big stage. It looked like a celestial monster that's just floating up in the air. Like took a while you were in like this big sort of rock formation battlefield.
Yeah, that probably would have been Thunder Serpent Narwa.
Yeah.
Or Narwa the All-Mother is the, like, final form.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is there is another monster after that.
Oh, I know. Like it's the ones that they had like Batellas? Is it like the guns on the side
Ballistas.
or ballistas? Sorry.
No, it's just it's an elder dragon that can just like show up, but you have to hit a certain like hunter rank for it to start showing up, and that's sort of like one of the incentives to keep grinding in the end game.
Yeah. It was what all I remember. It was one of the final ones I could do at the time.
What?
I'm
what
well
weapon
aware
did you
that-
play?
Oh,
I'm getting.
I wanna say-
absolutely destroyed.
I want to say double blade.
Dual blades.
Dual blade.
I mean, I'm gonna say I love dual blades, even though I don't play them that often. But like, I
Yeah.
love most weapons in Monster Hunter, and Rise actually like got me to try out so many different weapons because
Yeah.
all the the Silkbind moves were all really cool. Like in Sunbreak, there like I was like 300 hours into the game, and I was like, I should try Greatsword, and then I did like an actual like grind to make like a full like Greatsword loadout. You have a mod, let's not do it that way. All right, I feel a little safer now. Like in World, the first time I played World on PlayStation, I played Switch Axe. Didn't really get along with it super well, just because like I didn't really have a lot of good tools against flying enemies. I didn't know about flash pods at the time. But I went to Insectglaive ultimately and played all of World in Insectglaive on PC. And then in Rise, I started with heavy bowgun, switched to dual blades. Went to Switch Axe, then Hunting Horn, then back to Switch Axe, then Insectglaive. And Wilds, I did most of it in Switch Axe, but I've switched to Insectglaive since then. But I have tried out like Hammer, and Light Bowgun is surprisingly fun in Wilds. I've tried a little bit of Charge Blade. Ooh, I did another playthrough of World where I did Longsword. The only weapons I can't really get on with are Lance, Gun Lance, and Greatsword and Heavy Bowgun. The rest I'm like fairly competent with. Do you want to just do another Grand Prix? We've got about 20 minutes left.
Yeah, we could do that.
CPU is a normal or hard? What do you want?
Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you feel.
I'm gonna pick normal so that I can feel good about myself when I win.
Fair call.
No, let me rephrase that. So that I can win and feel good about myself. Shy Guy Bazaar?
Okay. A Bazaar Shy Guy?
How bizarre. Do you, like, I know you live in Australia and not New Zealand, but do you hear that song a lot?
I haven't heard it in a long time, but there was a period where I did hear it.
Yeah.
Like every other day. Like, I can,
like,
if you say it, it's like, I can picture it now.
Yeah. How bizarre. How bizarre.
Bazaar.
Yeah. Man, I don't know what it is about this stream. Maybe there is some more input lag than I think there is, but I have like messed up the like start of game boost a fair number of times.
Because how are you running this? Like, have you got the what's your video feed where you're focused on?
So there's I'm basically, I have a full screen version of what is being input into OBS. Like I have a little HDMI dongle that is creating a video source that goes into OBS, and then I'm using that source, and there's like basically no input delay. Like I'm not using the Twitch stream.
Yeah, I know that's all right, but you're using OBS as your focus.
Yeah, because that's the only way I can actually get it to display. And I'm not like looking at it in the OBS like interface. Like OBS has an ability where you can like pop out what's called a projector of either like a full like the full streaming setup or just like an element of it. And I'm just using a projector of just the game.
Okay. But it's still effectively, you're still looking it through OBS itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got a what's it called? Elgato. Like HD, HD 60S. Like it's just like a little puck thing, and what it does, it allows you to like have it get the input, but also outputs it to another HDMI.
Nice.
So you could effectively like put it through like a TV, have like no lag, and then also have it through your like streaming setup.
That's fun. How much does that thing cost?
Oh, it is pretty penny.
Yeah.
But actually, it's funny now because I got that years ago. They probably updated it. They're like 4K ones now.
Yeah.
I do not. Yeah.
This thing cost me like $20.
Well, that's it.
Yeah. And I don't have to deal with like Elgato software, which I've heard is not good.
Yeah.
I just.
I mean, I would use
into like a USB. I just stick the Switch docks HDMI port in and Airship Fortress.
Yeah.
And then plug it into a USB port in my computer, and then it just works in OBS.
Yeah, because I don't use the Elgato software. I use OBS. Did you get it that time?
Yeah, I think I'm just like pressing the button like slightly too late sometimes.
Yeah. It's always different with every Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your Sonic, the Sega's doing a Sonic racing game.
Yeah. That's in like it's coming out in like 2 months, right?
In September, yeah.
Okay.
So,
3 months.
But it's funny because that one that's like a crossover. So you've got Joker, from what I saw, Joker from Persona. Yeah.
Yakuza?
Ichiban from Yakuza.
Old shell.
And then Minecraft Steve.
Wait, Minecraft Steve? For real?
Yep.
Huh.
And so you got Joker and Minecraft Steve. Thinking, is this just Smash Brothers?
But as a racing game? Honestly, like if they can get the license in the same way they got it for Smash Bros, just like Mario Kart, but with like Smash Bros characters would be pretty fun. Just like hello, yes, I am going to play as Pyra and Mithra. I'm going to play as Kazuya. It's not King of Fighters, Tekken.
Yeah. I'm going to play as Bayonetta.
Because like, wasn't there was like the second Sonic racing game had just like a normal ass like human racer in it, right? It was like a collaboration with some like car brand, and they just got like an actual rally racer to be in the game.
Yeah, probably.
See, that's the
one
kind
of the games
crossover stuff I don't super love. Isn't there like a fighting game that has like Cristiano Ronaldo in it or something?
Yes, I think it's the latest King of Fighters game. I thought you were going to say, isn't there a game that you can fight as a car? And that's a Sega game.
The construction vehicles fighting game. That's the one I know. The Japan-only PS2 game that I forget the name of. Suck it, Ghost. Triple mushrooms coming in clutch. Speaking of cars and fighting games, has there ever been a Transformers fighting game?
I don't know.
Because like I know there's been like character action games and stuff. Bowser's Castle.
Yeah. A fighting game. I know there's a game that I can't buy because it was delisted, but I still can have access to it if I subscribe to PlayStation Plus. I think it's called Transformers Devastation. One made by Platinum Games.
Oh, I was gonna bring up a similar example of Platinum Games. I bought that Legend of Korra game that Platinum made.
Oh, okay.
It was fine.
It's just a bit of okay.
Yeah. I mean,
It
I'm
won't
just,
run you over.
so deep in the weeds on I love Avatar so much. Both Avatar and Legend of Korra. Like obviously like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like Legend of Korra is perfect, because seasons 1 and 2 are bad. But as a whole, I'd say it's a very good show. Like 3 and 4 really make up for 1 and 2 being bad.
I have never watched any of the show, so I'm going to say your opinion is correct.
Yeah. I'm always correct about everything.
Exactly.
That is a good... See, I'm secretly the dictator of Game Podular, and my opinion is law. But yeah, it's... Don't watch... I will say, I haven't watched the Netflix Avatar, like live-action Avatar, but everything I've read about it indicates to me that that is a wise decision.
If it's something like was cartoon, now live action, I'd probably steer clear of it.
Yeah, especially made by Netflix.
Or Disney.
Like, I'm trying not to like color. I try not to let nostalgia color my
Oh, yes.
evaluations of like whether something has held up. I would argue that at least Avatar: The Last Airbender, the original ones, still definitely holds up. Like, it's obviously made for kids, you know, and so there is a disconnect there, and Aang as a character can be like an annoying little turd sometimes, but like he's 11, so he's allowed to be. But if you're the kind of like adult who can't really handle that, then maybe steer clear.
Maybe get offline if you're that type of adult.
Yeah. But like at least Avatar: The Last Airbender, I haven't rewatched Legend of Korra in a very long time. Like I was watching it as it was coming out, and I don't think I've rewatched it since. I had to suffer through like season 4 being only on like the Nickelodeon website or whatever it was.
Ah.
Yeah, I love Legend of Korra. I have paid serious cash money for like a bunch of Avatar: The Last Airbender tabletop RPG books that I've never used. Mario Circuit, just classic.
Yeah.
I mean, similar to how like buying books and games and reading books and playing games are two separate hobbies. That's true
If
for
you got
tabletop
visual
RPGs as well.
Yeah. I mean, if you got visual novels, I mean, they're sort of plain books.
Yeah, I suppose.
Mm.
Yeah, like I definitely intend to use them. It's just tabletop RPGs are a very time-consuming hobby, and especially considering I and basically everyone I know are adults. Finding time to play them, because you need like a group of like 4 to 5 people to play an average tabletop RPG, and coordinating with 3 to 4 other people when you're all adults with lives is famously challenging.
I mean, even trying to organize something like video games.
Yeah.
And as adults, it's sort of, you can. It's I would say easier, but still not perfect.
Yeah, and like especially like the two of us, like we have a hell of a time zone difference to contend with.
We put the effort in.
Yeah,
folks. Yeah.
And that's why if it's the two of us, we'll probably never get to stream in a time zone that's conducive for Americans to watch. Unless one of us is staying up until 3 a.m., which I wouldn't recommend for either of us. I've been an adult long enough that like I can't do all-nighters anymore.
Oh no, it's. I never go out of my way to do an all-nighter. If it is, it's unintentional.
Yeah.
It's sort of like something like Cyberpunk. I'm just playing it. It's just like, oh, it's 1 o'clock at night. I should probably get to bed.
Like I'm capable of staying up pretty late if I'm like, you know, I went to a concert that was like a 2.5 hour drive away. I'm capable of staying up late in the sense that like, okay, concert ended at 10:30. Gotta get to the car, and we still gotta drive home, and we're gonna get home at like 12:30. You know?
Yeah.
That's something I can do. It will kind of mess me up for the next day, but it's possible. I think the last actual all-nighter I pulled was in university. And
yep.
That didn't end well. My work was subpar, shall I say.
Oh, yeah. At least like with a concert, it's sort of, you're probably putting it all over, sort of like, it's sort of a good thing that you can do, but it was like, if you're doing an all-nighter to play a video game, like, I know video games are now more mainstream, but sort of, really?
Yeah. It's, I mean, if nothing else, I'm very impressed that someone would be capable of something like that. Because, wow, I haven't had that skill in a very long time. Genuinely, I don't think I've ever stayed up all night playing a video game. Just can't do it. I get too tired.
I think the only time... Oh, wait. Oh, you... No, hang on.
I have the gold crown because I was first in this race, but... Classic
the only time...
Silver.
Hey, you got there in battle mode, so...
I did, yeah.
Yeah. The only time I've ever pulled an all-nighter and sort of fudge my way to sort of say, oh, I'm too sick to come into work. I don't know what your opinion is going to be up from this. Fable 2. On Xbox 360.
Not gonna front. I really love Fable 2, so I'm with you on that one. Like, it's not a great game, but I really like it.
Yeah.
I was replaying it on Game Pass a while back.
Yeah?
When I still had Game Pass. It was a lot slower than I remember. Starview Peak.
Yep.
This will probably be the last one because we're coming up on cutoff time.
That's another game I could probably see coming to Switch 2.
Honestly, I'm shocked that it hasn't at least gotten a Steam version, you know?
Oh, yeah.
1 and 3 have been on Steam forever, but they also had PC versions originally, and Fable 2
Yep.
has always been an Xbox 360 exclusive.
I'm surprised Gears of War 2 and 3 haven't been released on PC.
Yeah, because like Gears 1 did get, but it was on like the Microsoft store, right? Like it wasn't on Steam, at least for a while.
The first one, yeah, after the Xbox 360 one, and then they did originally like a Gears of War, I don't know if they call it Ultimate Edition, that came out on Xbox One. And so now they're doing it again. So it's like The Last of Us.
Yeah. Hey, at least Gears of War is longer ago than The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Like that's 2 console generations ago originally. Honestly, like I've talked about my history with consoles both on stream and on various podcasts before. Like as far as like home consoles, I haven't actually owned a lot of them. Like here's my entire list of non like handheld home consoles you plug into your TV that I have owned. Nintendo 64.
Yep.
Xbox 360.
Yep.
PlayStation 4.
Yep.
Switch 1, Switch 2, Xbox Series X.
Okay.
Like, I missed out on the GameCube, I missed out on the Wii, I didn't get a Wii U. I didn't get an Xbox One, but, you know, who did?
I don't think I did I don't think I got a... I know I got an Xbox One S, I think.
Ooh, and I also owned a PlayStation 2. I bought, like, a second-hand PlayStation 2 at a flea market. I played Shadow of the Colossus on that thing. Oh. I sold most of my PlayStation 2 games to help pay for the Switch 1.
Yep.
I kept Shadow of the Colossus. Never going to play
Oh,
it on
yes.
PlayStation 2 again, but oh my god. Genuinely, like, top 10 game of all time for me.
Yeah. The first video, like, non-handheld console that I bought with my own money was a Wii. Oh, sorry. Should reiterate that that came out day one.
Yeah.
Like I had previously bought like I think the first one I bought with my own money was a GameCube. I got that with Mario Sunshine.
My condolences.
It's not that bad. It's not the
Got a level
best.
with you. I, as previously mentioned, I never owned a GameCube because I never got to play it at the time. But I bought that Mario Superstars collection or whatever it was called for Switch.
Yep.
Man,
Yep.
Mario Sunshine feels like butt to play. Like I did not play. I played it for like a couple hours. I played a couple levels. I really hated how it felt to play. I am a Mario Sunshine hater. Yeah, someone had triple red shells, I see.
Actually, speaking about that, oh no,
Get knocked out of the air.
I did, but it doesn't matter. Actually, so with that 3D All Stars collection, Mario 64, I ended up, I think I played that for like one entire day, getting 120 stars.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the speedrunner who did like a 70-star run of 64 completely blindfolded?
I have not.
It's wild. I didn't watch the whole video, obviously, but man, it's... Dandelion Depths? We haven't done that one yet today.
Okay, then.
Just like having so much mastery of such a game that you can legit do it blindfolded is... I'm kind of at a loss for words to describe it because it's so impressive.
Mm.
Do you watch
if I said-
speed runs
Yeah.
and stuff?
Not really. If I had, it would have been like I've heard of speed runs, like someone doing like an incredible speed run.
Yeah, I like it as a concept, and I'm very glad that Games Done Quick exist as like charity events. But like, I like hearing about speedruns more than I actually like watching them, you know?
Yeah. I'm more into like Twitch streams, like your casual Twitch stream.
Oh, like
Honestly.
twitch.tv/GamePodular?
I would say yes.
He said on twitch.tv/GamePodular.
Which you'll also be hearing from youtube.com.
What? YouTube.com/GamePodular and YouTube.com/GamePodular streams highlights? All of our content gets uploaded on YouTube as well as the normal platforms that podcasts are uploaded on.
I know.
Hey, Scott, can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Next time I, like, unironically say the word content, can you fly over here and punch me in the face? Can you do that for me?
It might be a bit expensive.
Yeah.
How about how high someone just go over there and just give you a slap in the back of the head?
I in all seriousness, like I have like made my peace with the fact that that the word content as it is being used now, at least in the content context of like streaming and YouTube and stuff, is unfortunately part of the lexicon.
Yeah.
You tell I went to school for like language and linguistics. But I refuse to describe myself as a content creator. At the very least. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I do podcasts. I edit podcasts. I wear a lot of hats. We do Twitch streams. And so, like, content creator is not the worst, like, all-encompassing term. But just, I mean, the word content... Have more pride in what you make, please.
Yeah.
Wow, we got absolutely dumpstered.
We did. Oh, you're ahead of me. No, you're not.
No.
I'm not. No. Ooh.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Look, all I say is that if you ever go ahead and say ring the bell, I might have to have a word with you.
Yeah. Cheap Falls? I feel like we've been avoiding it all stream. Like, it's come up so often and we've never selected it.
Cheap stalls, but this game is $80. Tell you what, if you have dad jokes, you're absolutely gonna love Welcome Tour. I'll say that much.
And if you love dad jokes, you'll also enjoy a Game Podular Unfocused. All three of us are big fans of dad jokes.
Ooh, I missed that that boost. Actually, I'll say another game that's probably more than likely may come to Switch 2. The Forza Horizon games.
Really? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I do not think about like realistic racing games at all. So I have no impression of how like popular or beloved they actually are. Like, is Forza like a big
I think it's pretty big.
franchise people care about?
I think it is.
Because I know, like, I remember, like, Burnout and Need for Speed were still, like, a little arcadey, but Forza's, like, super realistic, right?
See, the thing is that when you say realistic, my mind just immediately goes to Gran Turismo. It's like, it is nothing to that caliber, so...
Test Drive Unlimited, that was like a pretty realistic racing game. Colin McRae's Rally. Remember that?
Remember Petri Charms? Yeah. Yeah, no. I quite enjoyed Forza. I haven't really gotten into it, but I've quite enjoyed for what it is. But this is sort of like people are saying, this is sort of like, this game was sort of like Mario Kart's Forza Horizon, just with its open world. No. Definitely not.
I mean, it is true that both of those games have open worlds, but I think that's where the comparison ends.
Yes.
I say as someone who knows basically nothing about Forza Horizon. If anything, this is the Dark Souls of Mario Kart. No, because it's open world, it's the Elden Ring of Mario Kart.
It's a Skyrim of Mario Kart. I don't know.
Stream's having a bit of a bad time.
Yeah. Come on, Bezos. Stop stepping on the cable. That is a turn off for me. If something is the Dark Souls or something, my mind just goes, no.
What? You didn't love the Dark Souls comparisons for, like, Crash Bandicoot 4?
Now I don't want it. Come on.
Peach Stadium?
Peach it is. Oh,
like, I'm not the biggest, like, Dark Souls and like, FromSoft and Souls like fan, but I am, like, I imagine you feel the same way, very tired of, like, the comparison. Ooh, it's hard, so it's like Dark Souls.
No. Dark Souls isn't hard. It's hard, but it's, in my mind, tedious. Like, I come from, Doom Eternal, and like that game is hard.
Yeah.
But you can scale as what you want, and it sort of throws you right back in. You just lose a little bit of progress. It's more about action, timing. Whereas Dark Souls, you can sort of, I don't know if I told this story. Because originally I got Bloodborne on PS4. I actually got it day one.
Nice.
I didn't pre-order anything. But I got it day one. Took it back home, played a bit. I struggling a bit, trying to wrap my hand around it. Managed to beat the first boss. Cool. Okay, I can do that. I can sort of do this. Then I get up to the second one, like Father Gregory.
Father Gascoigne. Yeah.
Gascoigne, yeah. And not only did they destroy me, but I lost all my, I don't know if it was souls. I know Dark Souls has souls. There's like your currency.
Blood Echoes.
And
is what they're called.
Blood Echoes, yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I lost them all, and like, I know you can go back and claim, but like I had it at the boss, and so when I tried to get it,
to go back and interact with Father Gascoigne again.
Yep, and then they beat me again, and I just went, you know what? Nope, I'm not doing this. I actually the next day ended up taking it back, and got exchanged for.
Very similar experience with Bloodborne. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's like, I've had this PS4 for a while. People love Bloodborne. It's like 75% off right now. I'll buy it. I'll buy like the digital version.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was kind of getting into it. It was pretty challenging, but I was like, I was getting used to it. Didn't have the parry down super well yet. You know, I beat the cleric beast on my first try, which is sort of the first boss, and then I kept playing for a little bit more, and then Father Gascoigne stomped me into the dirt like 5 times.
Yeah.
Because Father Gascoigne is the choke point, for lack of a better word, right? He's the like, you have to understand this mechanic to beat this boss, and if you don't, you won't. And that's the like the parry and the like gun interrupting thingy. I kind of want to do one more. I know we're at like quarterback.
Let's do one more.
But yeah, and so like, I also have never gotten further than Father Gascoigne in Bloodborne, and I have now Crown City. I don't think we've done that one yet.
Yeah.
I have now accepted that like I just don't get along with Souls-likes. Like I've played Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That one was pretty fun-ish. I didn't like Jedi Survivor all that much. As far as actual FromSoft games, I've played Bloodborne, I've played Elden Ring, and I've played Dark Souls to Prepare to Die edition. Didn't really like any of them.
Yeah. I did end up finishing Bloodborne. No, not the Bloodborne. Dark Souls. I think it's Dark Souls. The Switch edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if I said this. The reason why I chose that one, because I originally had for the Xbox, and the second boss, the one when you're on the tower, kicked me, and I was like, no, don't want to do this. The reason why I wanted to do it on the Switch was because I could put the Switch put the Switch to sleep, and then wake it up. And it would, because that was an annoying thing. Like if you can't really pause the game.
Yeah. If you get a phone call while you're playing Dark Souls, sucks to be you.
If nature calls. Yeah. I understand difficulty, but there's got to be not so much compassion, just reasonability.
Yeah. No. I felt so clever. Oh, a third one, huh? Cool.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
I felt so clever using the feather to dodge the first one. There were more. Oh, good. Another one. Nothing like 4 red shells in a row to take you from first to fourth. In complete fairness, I only actually got hit by 3 of them. Only, in air quotes.
What?
Come on. Leave. No. Very close. Yeah, Father Gascoigne. I don't really get on with Souls-like, and it's weird. And I have interrogated this with myself as well, because like Monster Hunter, while not being the same, does have a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
It's got like heavy, slow weapons, stamina-based combat system. But I think like the main things I like about Monster Hunter, Whistletop Summit.
Ooh, let's do that.
The main like difference is, even though like there is technically more punishment for failure in Monster Hunter, it feels less bad.
It's sort of, you're not, I think it's sort of, you're not wonderfully aimlessly wandering around in Monster Hunter. Like the main games is just like, okay, you've got a monster, you got to hunt it, you prepare, and then you try and attack it. If you do it, it's like, okay, I didn't prepare enough. You know, what can I do next?
Yeah.
And there's also the fact that, you know, it's not, you don't get instantly KO'd by a boss. It's like it will take a little while to the big boss to get to you.
Yeah. Yes and no. It really depends on your playstyle, right? Like, some weapons are naturally just gonna if you're playing bow, for example, which is a weapon I forgot to mention earlier as one I'm like okay with. I like it in Rise. I don't really like it in Wilds all that much. Like, bow is a noticeably very fragile weapon type, just because like you're very stamina based, and so if you run out of stamina, you're a massive target that can get pummeled very quickly. And like the same thing is true for Souls games in a way. Like I get that, you know, evangelists in the comments. I'm not like completely ignorant. There is a lot of like changing loadouts and strategies you can do in Souls games. It's just those kind of changes feel less approachable. Because like for example, in Elden Ring, you can like respec your character while you're playing it, but that takes like you have to get to like a special item or a special location or something. I forget exactly what it is. Whereas in Monster Hunter, if you want to like start playing a completely different weapon, which means changing up your armor, because that means different armor skills, it's gonna take time. Like you need to probably like grind for monster parts. But that's not anything different from how the game already is, you know?
Yep.
Like, ooh, you need to grind for monster parts in a Monster Hunter game. Stop the presses.
It gives you breathing room to try out stuff.
Yeah,
I feel in Monster Hunter.
Whereas, and like I said previously, it's weird because like if you completely fail a hunt, like you do lose all the resources. Whoa, what happened there? That you had when you were going into the hunt. Like if you used like a lucky voucher to get bonus rewards and you failed the hunt, tough, you don't have that lucky voucher anymore. Whereas technically in a Souls game, if you go back to where you were and pick up the Souls or Blood Echoes or whatever they're called in that game, like you do get them back. And then quote unquote only thing you have to do is survive until the next save point.
But if you try and go, if you try and if you die at a boss and then go back and then on the way to the boss you die again, you lose that what you had left. So
DK spaceport.
Yeah.
And in Monster Hunter, it also feels like that just numbers matter more. Like, Dark Souls, it's theoretically possible to beat the entire game with like a starting loadout, and that is extremely skill based, and it's super impressive when people do it. I'm not gonna lie, and you know the get good thing is annoying, but also partially just true. Like, there is a very high skill requirement in Souls games, and if you can't develop those skills, then you're not going to like them. And that's my thing, is like, I could theoretically, I said this, like, I bought Elden Ring to play co-op with Sespra, and we played for like 7 hours together, and at a certain point I was like, I'm not really having a good time with this, and like, I could spend I'm pretty sure I could spend the time to actually get good at this game, but I just don't really want to.
Yeah. And what's the reward in the end, effectively?
I mean, there is like a lot of satisfaction from like overcoming a tough boss, you know? Like, that's a kind of satisfaction that I've experienced in Monster Hunter. Like, especially some of the late game monsters in any Monster Hunter game, even Wilds, which is famously quite easy. Like, if you're not on your game, they will mop the floor with you. Like, Tempered Mizitsune and Wilds can and will kill you in like 3 hits. And yeah, there's the satisfaction there. But I feel like Souls games just have a much higher skill requirement to get to that point.
Yeah.
And I just don't really feel like putting in the time and effort to get that good at them.
You know what? In a month's time, we're going to get a game where you be a giant monkey and throw around rocks.
Yeah. Oh no, wait. We try not to swear on this. You're going ape-S.
Yeah.
And it is like a thing that I think about sometimes, because like the Dark Souls games, specifically the Dark Souls games and like Elden Ring and stuff, are like very well reviewed games. Like they're beloved, but the people who love them will tell you.
Yeah.
And that has led to, I don't want to say imitations, but just like other AAA games and franchises taking inspiration from them for their games.
Yeah.
Like the previously mentioned Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I didn't think we'd ever get a Star Wars Souls-like, but there it is. Stream is having a bad time today. Keeps just like fully dropping. I don't know why. But it'll all be seamless on the recording, I hope.
Ah.
It's just local recording, so it shouldn't be affected by any of this.
Ah, good.
And it is like and that kind of thing is increasingly like pulling people away from big AAA franchises, which, not gonna lie, not necessarily a bad thing. Like, but it does suck. Like, I really didn't like Assassin's Creed Origins because they incorporated some of the stamina based like parrying combat into Assassin's Creed.
Ah, yeah.
Desert Hills? I don't think we've done Desert Hills yet.
Yep.
And I eventually got used to it enough for like Valhalla, so I might go back and play Origins at some point.
Yep.
But yeah, like pushing people out of their favorite franchises because it is demanding skills from them that they can't or don't want to develop is bad.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if Legend of Zelda became a Souls-like. I mean, it kind of did with Breath of the Wild, right?
I mean, it did have like a master mode. Yeah, that's right. It had a master mode.
Like,
you know,
I
fair
love
enough.
Zelda, but
yeah.
like, I didn't like Breath of the Wild, and I didn't even like play Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
Because like, I'm a noted hater of weapon durability.
Yep.
And B, I need more guidance than those games offer. Like, I guess I could play them now with like the Switch 2 updates with Zelda
the
Notes,
GPS,
the Notes app.
Yeah.
But like, when it comes to a game, I don't really like games where they're like, oh, you have a whole big world where you can make your own fun. And it's like, you're the game designers.
You tell me what to do.
Design fun. Like, that's your job. Like, if I want to design my own fun, I play tabletop RPGs for that, you know? Or I literally, like, write my own adventures and play them with my friends.
Did you end up playing you end up playing Echoes of Wisdom?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Like, like that game's fairly open-ended in parts, in the sense that like you can tackle some of the things in whatever order you want them to be.
Yeah.
Like, at least they're marked on the map, you know?
Yeah.
Like, give me a map with markers that I don't have to do myself. And I'm happy. Because I love open world games. Like, I've spent hundreds of hours of my life on the Assassin's Creed franchise alone. You know?
Yeah.
And I like exploring, and I like finding cool things that are in the world that were put there on purpose. And I guess that's what the shrines are in Breath of the Wild and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I just need a little more guidance than what that game offers by default.
Yeah. I like, that's why I like the Fallout games.
Yeah, because
3,
they'll
New
have
Vegas.
like the big points of interest marked on the map, and everything in between is like
Yep.
up to you.
Yep. Well, you have you've got your main mission markers, but it just allows you to go, oh, what's that thing? I might go explore that and see what happens there.
Yeah. And like in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you have just like, you know, you do the Ubisoft thing where you go to the tower and it like reveals the part of the map that you're on.
Yep.
And then there's just like blue thing, like little cyan like markers on the map. And that'll just be, you don't know. Like, it could be a little side quest. It could be any number of like optional activities, but you know it's there.
It's a little nudge to go, hey, something might be there.
Yeah. This was a very interesting discussion, and I had a great time, but it is like, it is past lunchtime now. So I think we should call it.
Yep.
Before we sign off, of course, a reminder, patreon.com/GamePodular. Give us money if you want, don't if you don't, but we would really appreciate it. Check out our podcasts on your favorite podcasting app of choice. Spotify. You can listen to it on the website if you want. Any other podcast service you want. And as a reminder, no stream next week. We're recording the podcast, but we'll be back in 2 weeks at our usual same bat time, same bat channel with NSO games of some variety.
Yes.
All right. Have a good one, y'all. Take care of yourselves, and we will talk to you all on the podcast feeds. Bye-bye.
Yes, we will. Bye-bye.